Alright, this is just going to be a quick video to show you how to go about making your own sandals that are like Huarache or barefoot running sandals, whatever you want to call them. I'm not going to go into too much detail. There's enough websites out there where they'll explain how to do the lacing and how to cut them and stuff like that. So I'm not going to talk about that, but I'm just going to talk about the materials you can use and how to put them together and what I've found that works well. So to start off, I'll just show you what they look like when you're finished. I've seen two different ways of doing this, or come up with two different ways. Number one is where you use a half-inch lace. You can double loop that to create your sandal that ends up looking something like this, where you have a double lace through. And this is again explained on other websites how to do that. The other way is using a 3/4 inch lace, and you can just do a single one with that. It grips pretty good. That ends up looking like that. Again, these are pretty well made. And they're very comfortable, they fit well, they don't fall off. So I think if you wanted to make them, you'd be happy. First off, materials I've been using. I've got this, I think it's PVC sheeting material. It says on there 40 mil PVC. I think it was around $6 for a linear foot, which is enough to make probably 3 pairs of sandals. So it's more than enough to make a couple, or fix it if you go wrong. And then for the leather upper parts, I've been using this leather I got here from a saddle maker, actually, and you just can go in there and ask for scraps, leftovers. I think I paid again like $6 or $7 for enough leather to make 4 sandals out of, 2 pair. And what I did was just cut out rectangular shapes that are large enough for your foot to fit on, and glued them together using contact cement, which works pretty good. And you have to let them set a little bit longer than what's recommended on the contact cement bottle. I let them set for about 2 days. And then after that, you just place your foot on it. And again, it's shown in other website videos how to go about making them. But you just basically just step on it and trace out your foot and cut them out. And cut it out with a little bit of excess around your whole foot. And then you cut a hole in the top for your part that goes between your toes, and you cut holes in the sides for your laces to go through in the back. And again, that's explained very well in other websites. And you end up getting something that it's going to be all upside down, sorry. You get up something that ends up looking like that. As you can see, it conforms quite well to your foot. This is just a slip knot up at the top. You can undo it really easily and redo them. And these right here I've probably been wearing for a couple of weeks of use, and they're still holding up fine. And they're really easy to slip on and off. Not so easy with one hand, but you can see here the little knot at the end. It's not been worn too much at all. It stays pretty protected. It has a little indentation where it sits. And this is just elastic straps. They're about a buck for a yard, I think, and 1 yard will do a pair. So I take that back. 1 yard will do 1 shoe. So you'll have to buy at least 2 to, well, I guess that depends on how big your foot is too, but with me about 1 yard, 1.5 yards is enough to make a sandal. Yeah, that's about that. I guess another thing to say is that the easiest way to make the hole in the top is just to use a Dremel or something like that, and just drill it out. And I've got a scratch all here that you can just shove through there. On these I made sort of longer slits to fit the wider elastic band through. Yeah, that works just fine. And again, they're really easy to put on. They feel great when you wear them. I've gone hiking in the woods with them. It works fine. The elastic straps are nice because you can just put them on and take them off really quickly. And they stay pretty snug to your feet. They don't weigh anything, so there's no like tug on your foot or anything on the elastic. It basically just protects the soles of your feet. But yeah, I just wanted to show a little basic, video about the materials you can use and how easy it is. I guess I should note that the PVC needs to be sanded down before you glue it with the contact cement to the bottom of the leather piece, just to give it some extra grip. Give the contact cement something to adhere to. That's why I have the sandpaper over here. But as you can see, it's actually not a lot of stuff you need. Oh, I've got the elastic strap over here I can show you. Yeah, it's 3/4 inch, 1 yard is for the thicker straps. Personally, I like the thicker ones better. You don't have to make them as tight to really hold on to your foot good. That's it. I'd say total cost for one pair is probably about $10. It helps if you buy stuff in bulk, of course, but I made 2 pair of sandals for under $20, and it probably takes about maybe an hour of actual work time, hour and a half. And spending $10 on a pair of these, I think you get a similar product to what websites or other manufacturers charge you about $50 to $70 for, and you get a nice leather upper and a durable PVC bottom. It's going to last a long time. It doesn't provide a lot of grip, unfortunately, so don't try to go running about on wet roads or something. You'll end up falling. But just for everyday stuff, it works pretty well. And again, the elastic, it doesn't quite hold your foot as tight as you'd need to if you were going to do any like extreme sport activities. I definitely recommend using non-stretchable material for that, but just for casual everyday stuff like going to the store, driving, it's fine in driving a car. Just walking around town, it works great. Yeah, that would pretty much sum it up. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask them. Again, it's not a lot of work or anything. Cutting the leather, you can do that using a simple box cutter. Here, this is what I used. It's not very, not a very big deal or anything. And here you can see how I traced out the footprint. It's not rocket science. You just trace around your foot and cut it out, and err on the side of making it big, because you can always cut off more, but you can't add it later, obviously. Alright, well, that's my little quick video about what kind of stuff to buy to make these. I hope you enjoy it. Bye.